Welcome again to the Australian Walkabout and Aviary exhibit. We're pretty excited about it. I'm Roger Allen, Vice President of the Park Board. I'd like to recognize some of our other board members that are here. Jackie Petty, raise your hand right there. Robert Johnson, over here, and Matt Ryan. He's around here, there he is back there. I'll keep this very short. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I have the privilege of formally opening our latest exhibit. I know we're all very excited about this. From the moment you enter Australia, you'll experience the feeling of being on a walkabout down under. And we're going to hear a lot more about it. Now I'd like to just introduce to you our Peoria Zoo Director, Yvonne Strode, who will give you a lot more information.
I am really glad this day is here. Yesterday illustrated to me just how long and hard we have worked on this, and maybe a little too hard. One of the workers had a very long conversation with one of the emus yesterday, so I think it was time to get out of here. So, Steve, I don't think the bird said anything back to you, but if he did, please let me know. Actually, the idea of this started almost a dozen years ago when a new master plan was developed for the Peoria Zoo. We knew we had great public support, and we wanted this zoo to be the best it could be. The Board of Trustees adopted a wonderful master plan in 2002. The Peoria Zoological Society came together to raise a lot of money. I know the president, David Biefeld, is here today to help us do that. And we're just beginning again. We've got a capital campaign. I know the co-chairs are here, Polly Barton and Carlotta Biefeld, to go ahead with the Power of Play campaign, which will bring in the Children's Museum next door, some new offices here, and an adventure grove out in the park. So again, this is just a step in the plan, but we are so excited. What we want you to do is when you walk through these doors, leave Peoria. We love Peoria, but you know, sometimes it's nice to leave it, and you can do it just kind of coming to the zoo. You are going to come face to face with an emu. It's Earl. He's lonely, so just, you know, go with it. He loves people. You're going to go in with the birds. Now, that some people are not bird fans, that's okay. You can admire from a distance. We want you to do that. But again, it's an immersion exhibit. We want you to feel like you're in Australia. It's a continent many people will not get to visit in their lifetime. These are amazing animals. And again, it's just a step forward, and we are just so happy you are here and get to experience this. Now, our Executive Director, Bonnie Noble, is going to say a few words.
This is really an exciting day for us, and we know that we couldn't do any of this without the gifts and the generosity of this community, as well as the numerous grants that we have received for the zoo over the years. In fact, this particular project is funded by the Illinois Department of Natural Resources Public Museum Capital Grants Program. And at the same time, this project has been a little bit different than a number of them because, yes, we did have contractors, and I'm going to mention them, but also our staff, many areas of our staff have become very involved in the project. Mary Harden, who is with our planning department, was the project manager, working along with the superintendent of planning, Becky Fredrickson, and Linda Matthews. They developed concept plans, grant applications, construction plans, signs, and project oversight. They get an enormous amount of credit for carrying this off. In the Parks Division, we have the landscape construction crew, including Keith Seibel, Dale Hansen, Steve Stella, and they did the concrete as well as the rock work, theming, and sign installation. Our mason, Jimmy Dunn, did the donor shields, and be sure and take a look at the donor shields because they have a number of contributors that also added to this Australia project. Our carpenters, Todd Blickenstaff, Paul Hartzell, Brian Gunzenheiser, they did the boomerangs and located entry signs on the entry sign log, which you will notice as soon as you go in at the beginning. Our arborists, Steve Dunham, Paul Jacobs, and others, they did the landscaping around the outside of this new exhibit. I also have to thank maintenance and repair, Mark Veracek and Mike Shaw, who did most of the electrical work. Mike Bartlett from our landscape construction dug holes for the Aboriginal shade structures. And our zoo staff was outstanding. Again, I want to thank Yvonne. I also want to thank Dawn, and I know you'll be meeting them, as well as, I'm trying to think, Jill Roderick. And each one of them has been very involved. I think they really feel vested as far as this project is concerned. Drew Kowalski and Troop 333, Eagle Scouts, they did an Aboriginal shade structure. And then we also want to thank our contractors, Bishop Brothers, our aviary contractor, Corners Limited, ATSE Consultants for the building, engineering, and design. And I won't go any more into it, but again, we are very fortunate to be able to open this today. But this is with a lot of help from a lot of people, and we wouldn't have this right now if it wasn't for all the citizens of this community being involved, and also the direction of the Peoria Zoological Society. Thank you very much.
Hold on.
Give us the countdown.
On three. 1, 2,